Sup, fuckers?
Hey there.
How the hell are you guys?
Did that go down the wrong pipe?
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Right off the bat, dude. Hold on. Hello? Hello? Fuck them.
Is it linked to your headset?
No, they canceled the Bluetooth.
So just for reference, we have a new rule that when we're recording an episode, if somebody gets a call from a telemarketer or a scam, you have to answer it on speaker and just make an ass out of them.
Yeah.
Because that one that we didn't catch, where the lady was like, idiot, that would have been just pure gold.
What did I ask her?
If they sponsor Blue Chew?
If they support Blue Chew, yeah. Or if, yeah. So I get like fucking at least 20 of those calls a day. Like, how many did I get yesterday during our D&D thing?
Oh shit, it was like 4 or 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get like at least 10, maybe 15 of those calls a day. But I think it's because of the shit that I look up.
Yeah, it's you're allowing cookies on Pornhub. That's the problem.
I love cookies, though. So,
I love the fuck out of cookies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, we're just gonna freestyle it. Open conversation. Preston, it's been a minute.
Yeah. It's been a minute.
You got any talking points? Anything?
I got to do something really cool the other day.
What'd you do?
I got to go to a funeral and wear my uniform.
Mm-hmm.
It was a like military honors funeral. My great grandpa's brother died in the Philippines in World War II, and they just positively identified his body and brought it to the United States, like for us to bury.
Wow.
Nice.
And yeah, he was Army Air Force, Air Corps. Died in a prison camp over there, and yeah, I got to wear my uniform, and I was a pallbearer unexpectedly. The honor guard did not show up on time, so got to be a pallbearer.
Great job, honor
cool.
guard.
Yeah.
Great job.
Great job.
That's pretty crazy that they were able to just like run DNA on it and figure out who he was.
Yeah, they took samples from some other family members and stuff just to, like, I guess, clarify. I don't really know that works. I'm not a fucking scientist, but yeah.
23andMe, like 23andMe to you. Is he your great grandpa?
Great grandpa's brother, so my great uncle.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool though. How much did you stare at yourself in the mirror when you had your uniform on?
I'm gonna lie and say 5 minutes. All right.
I would too.
I would be like saluting myself. And
oh, for sure.
Honestly, though, I did practice my salute. It's been a few years.
Yeah.
That's fair though. It's a formal thing.
Yeah, and I knew that the news station was gonna be there, and I like actively tried to avoid the cameras, but the news thing just posted the other day, and I'm in there a couple times. God, shit.
Celebrities.
But, yeah, they didn't catch me saluting though, so that's even if I mess it up or whatever.
Dude, we got a table full of celebrities.
Yeah.
He's been on the news. I've been on the news. You were on Hoarders.
Yeah.
Like, man.
I'm like basically famous now. So.
Yeah.
I'll be doing autographs after the show. You guys want to line up right here?
I have to put my hood on my hoodie up when I get out, when I leave here for all the paparazzi. I get it. It's heavy as the head that wears the crown, you know?
Oh, yeah. That was really cool, though.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
And so the entire time I was in, I had the wrong rank on my uniform, on my blues.
Mm-hmm.
Because I never got in trouble, and I really lucked out of uniform inspections. So by the time I got out, I was an E4, had 3 stripes. And on my uniform, I had 1 stripe, so E2. Somehow, I don't know whose dick I sucked. I never got in trouble. Never had a uniform inspection. So I was really playing with fire the entire time. Didn't have any of my medals updated. Like, nothing was accurate. So this kind of gave me the excuse to, like, actually get it done and So I do want to put him in a shadow box.
Mm-hmm.
So this just gave me the excuse to get it all updated and done, and it's kind of like a weight lifted off my shoulders. I've been wanting to do it for a long time, but just been putting it off. I'm like, oh, it's an expense that's not really necessary, you know. I'm not in anymore. I don't need them updated.
You should still have pride in it.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay.
I absolutely do. It was just an expense that could wait till tomorrow, you know. So I'm glad that this actually gave me that excuse to finally just go and get it done, and now they're updated, they're accurate, looking nice. Put them in a shadow box. And
So where do you get that stuff at?
I just went to Hill Air
Oh.
Force Base. Yeah, you can any military base has all the branches stuff. It's like you can get Marine Corps stuff and Army stuff and all that at like Hill. But
I always planned on joining the military when I was younger, and when I was like 17, 16, my brother joined the Marine Corps, and like when he graduated from basic, we went over there and saw his like graduation thing, and I was like, dude, this is so fucking cool, man.
yeah,
And then I got into JROTC in high school, and man, there was this kid that was just fucking dweeb. Like, he was just this fucking nerdy kid, but he'd been in the ROTC program for a couple years, so he was like our ranking officer, and I just couldn't fucking take him serious. So I was just like, oh fuck, I thought the uniform was dope, like, but I just couldn't like stand there while he was yelling at my face or something.
Yeah.
Like, and I was just like, yeah, I'm out, dude, I can't do this. But then after I got out, I was like thinking about joining the Marines, and then 9/11 happened, and we talked about that on the 9/11 episode, and kind of just like really started questioning what was going on and stuff, and then never did. I still like have great like appreciation for people that do serve and like protect our country and protect our freedoms, but like me personally, I couldn't justify
I
the
get-
mean. Yeah,
I get that.
yeah.
Have you seen this thing going around TikTok? Because you get on TikTok, don't you?
Not really, no, unless
No.
somebody sends me something.
So I can't remember like the exact genesis of how this happened, but some lady was saying something about the military or whatever, and this one dude was like, "I'm an E12" and blah blah blah.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah, and it sparked this whole thing about people going like, E12 is not real, and this person is going around on all these different posts and like, no, trying to defend it, like, no, E12 does exist, but it's classified and all this other bullshit. And I'm like, dude,
No.
how do you take yourself seriously?
He must sleep really well at night on that fucking high horse. Just, oh man, I'm an E12. Get bitches.
They basically call me for anything that happens.
Yeah, I'm the top guy.
And I'm retired too, and they still call me.
The president answers to me.
I think it's funny, those like stolen valor videos.
Oh my god, they're so good.
Yeah.
And it's I think that's such a like chicken shit thing to do. Like, you didn't serve, don't be a bitch about it. Don't like try to pretend you're somebody else or try to get your fucking free lunch at Denny's.
Yeah.
Like, just don't do it. And then when they get caught and they get called out, it's hilarious because they just keep making more and more lies to perpetuate it, and they just look even stupider every time they get caught.
I went to how's that store called? Smith and Edwards the other day, and there was two Marines walking in. One was in his dress uniform, the other one was in his camis. The one in his camis had his hands in his pocket while he was walking, which in the Marine Corps is not allowed. It is allowed in the Air Force now to have your hands in your pockets.
Of course.
Not in the Marine Corps. It's not something I agree with, and I'm not going to get into that. And then the guy in the dress uniform didn't have his cover on. He had it in his hand, in his right hand, and I'm like, yeah, that's a fucking outstanding place for that, buddy. You're outdoors, no cover on, in your right hand, so you can't salute. because you have something in your hand, it should be in your left hand, and the guy in the camis has his hands in his pockets, which in the Marine Corps is not allowed. The Marine Corps has such a high like set of standards.
Yeah.
I felt fucking embarrassed for that entire branch based on those two people, and like I wanted so badly to just go up and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, get your shit together." It's like, whether they know it or not, they're representing that entire branch.
Oh, for sure.
You know, like it's just those two people, and like I know you can't judge an entire branch based off a single person or whatever, but you do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I wanted so badly to go up and talk to them. I was like, you know what? It's not worth the fight. I'll let them just go on with their day. And the thing in the the hands in the pockets thing, that became a thing after I got out, and I highly disagree with it. I think it's extremely unprofessional, especially in a public setting where there's civilians around and looking at you. Like, if you have your hands in your pockets when you're in uniform, it just gives you such a unprofessional appearance.
Yeah.
And it just looks trashy. It doesn't look formal. It doesn't look like you're not presenting yourself well. I don't agree with it, but it's allowed in the Air Force now. And I see pictures on Facebook and shit now of like people that I served with and stuff with their hands in their pockets. I'm like, you look fucking pathetic, dude. But that's my little soapbox there.
Like the biggest breeding ground for stolen valor by far and away is airsoft.
Oh, yeah.
You know how many Navy SEALs and SF guys and Marine Recon and Raiders and all these different types of like cool operators I've met in airsoft? A shitload. None of them were true.
Really?
Oh yeah, there's so many people who play airsoft, and I'm 100% like, this is a game. We're playing with toys essentially.
Yeah.
It's really fun. Like, leave it right there. You don't have to pretend you're some super duper operator to go out here and sling plastic BBs at each other. But holy shit, I met so many, and I remember this one guy. He came out and he just like randomly showed up because all of our games were public. Like, anybody could attend as long as you had like safety gear. That's all we really cared about. But he showed up, and he was kind of a portly fellow. And he was claiming to be a Navy SEAL, and I'm like, I don't think you could pass a PT test there, guy.
You look more like an actual SEAL.
Or maybe you look like you ate one. I knew this one guy, though. And I knew from the second I met this guy, he was completely full of shit. So, just for reference, this guy is about 5'7", probably 360 pounds. He's a big dude. And he would always wear like a sleeveless shirt so he could show his EGA tattoo on his arm. And when I first met him, I was like, how old are you? He's like, oh, I'm 33. I was like 27 or 28 at the time. And I was like, I don't know. He looks younger. And he would always go out of his way to tell everybody, oh, I was a Marine. I served 3 tours. I was in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Fallujah, and all this other shit. And I did all these things. And claimed that he was from New York and he was there when the towers fell, and just like would espouse all this bullshit, right? And immediately I was like,
damn, Forrest Gump.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know, man. None of this shit like maths together. And then his personality was just so way over the top, right? And we were playing a game at Milsim City one day, and like he got straight up stomped by this other guy. He beat him fair and square. And we get back to the green zone, and he's like livid. He's like, you fucking cheating motherfucker, you didn't hit me, and blah blah blah. I'm like, by the way, his like call sign was Sarge, which was so cringe to me. Like, whether you're in or not, or you were in, no matter what you do, like, that's probably not like a conducive call sign for airsoft.
No.
But so he's like lighting this guy up, and he's like, I was a fucking Marine. What do you do with your life? And the guy's like, I'm a surgeon. and I had to go to Sarge and be like, dude, you need to go. Like, you're getting way over the top. You're forgetting that we're playing a fucking game. And I saw the whole thing. He got you fair and square. You were walking around with your gun pointed at the ground. He rounded the corner. His gun was up. He tagged you a few times. And no, he didn't full auto you. I saw the whole thing. He ended up seeing that my way. But then sometime later we went to a bar, and this was like the big tip off for me that he was lying. So you know when you go to a bar and you sit at a table and they come up and get your IDs, you know, you'll typically like pull it out and hand it to him or whatever. You don't make a big deal about it. He like backed away from the table and made the waitress come over and look at his ID like this, like away from anybody's eyes. Come to find out, he was actually 10 years younger than he claimed to be. His actual name that he told us, which was like, I'm not going to say it on here, but I found out his real name, and I looked him up on like Facebook, and he had like an original Facebook profile with his real name, and literally everything he told us, he was completely lying about. He wasn't 33, he was 23. He never served, yet he went and got a fucking tattoo, which was super cringe.
That's weird.
Just like everything about this guy was an absolute lie. And it was hilarious.
Yeah, my brother, like I said, he was in the Marine Corps, and when he got out, so he was stationed in 29 Palms, and I went out there to help him pack up his shit to move back, and I think I was like barely about to turn 18, and so I was like just with him, and he had to go to the base to go do some paperwork and shit, and so I went with him, and rather than stay in the car, because it was like middle of fucking June, and it's like 125 degrees out there.
Oh yeah.
So I wasn't gonna sit in the car while he goes in and fucking is in this office for like half an hour. So I just got out and was kind of like walking around trying to find a bench to sit on and just wait for him. And I was wearing like flip-flops, jeans, and I was wearing a U.S. Marine Corps shirt. And so I walked over, found a bench in the shade, and kind of sat there. And this guy comes walking up, and he's like, "What the fuck are those?" Points at my shoes, and I was like, He's like, "And where the fuck is my salute?" And I was like, "I'm not. I'm just the fucking guy, man." "Oh, I'm sorry, sir." It's like, "Yeah, I'm not my brother. I'm just waiting for my brother. Sorry, yeah." He's like, "Oh, sorry. I thought you were a recruit." And I was like, "No."
That's funny.
Dude, I was in the airport a couple weeks ago, and I had on a shirt, and right here on the left breast it said, you know, "Memento Mori," in a circle, and inside that circle was like a skull wearing like a fast bump helmet with night vision on it, and on the back it says "Memento Mori," and I think it has a similar symbol. But I'm like at TSA, and I put all my shit in the bins, and I'm like taking off my belt and all that, and the guy working TSA goes, "Thanks for your service." And I looked around like, I'm the only person here. He's talking to me. And I'm like, I didn't serve. He goes, "Oh, I thought the thing on your shirt was meant that you served. A lot of guys who served wear those memento mori." And I was like, "Wait, did you say memento mori?" I didn't call him out on it, but I was like, "Yeah, it's just a shirt. I thought it was cool. But I didn't serve. Thanks anyway, though."
Yeah. Going back to the JROTC, there were several kids in my school that were in the program. I did it my senior year, but there was these kids I'd see that, like, you have to wear the uniform like one day a week or something like that. And, man, they thought they were the hottest shit. They're like, "Respect my authority." And I'm like, shut the fuck. Like, it was always like the nerdiest fucking kids, dude.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I think it's because this is the first time they had any sort of, like, I don't know, sense of purpose or something, or like
Felt high on the food chain in high school.
They just wanted everybody to like respect them, and it's like, "You're a dweeb, dude. I'm sorry."
Yeah.
You're like a little twig.
I think that's the problem too. Is that when I got into it, it was my senior year, and the guys that had been in it since like 9th grade were like the squad leaders or whatever they were at the time, and I was just like, "Oh man, in real life I would just slap you."
I think there's a reason it's like the dweebs and the nerds kind of gravitate toward that because they probably like have felt stepped on and overlooked, and then they find this thing that they could just like attach their personality to, and it will give them some sense of power or belonging, but then they just take it way too fucking far.
Like, I'm not really against the program itself. I think it's actually a really cool thing. It really does kind of teach you to be a better person and kind of have like just higher standards. And I mean, you do like community service stuff, and so, I mean, you're helping out the community. You're learning to respect your, you know, fellow peers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you wear the uniform. They teach you how to present yourself with it, and it is kind of. I really think it is beneficial for a lot of people, especially people that tend to get into a lot of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
It gives them, I don't know, it just gives them something that makes them see that there's like better things in life than being a dipshit, you know?
Yeah. I still haven't figured that out. Maybe I should join.
But, and I mean, you do PT and stuff like that, and so, I mean, you're getting your fitness and stuff like that, but it's a lot of fun. I actually really like that class. And
I really liked the class. I just couldn't fucking stand that kid.
yeah, that could be a make or break kind of thing. You know, luckily I had really good leadership in mind. I'm not going to say the dude's name, but my commander in that was fucking awesome guy. I still talk to him. He's a pilot now, doing great things for himself. But yeah, good dude. I think she was a lieutenant. I ended up dating the lieutenant chickie in my ROTC, which you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to date like higher ranking people. They kind of make it like regular rank structure.
Mm-hmm.
So like in the actual military, an enlisted person can't date an officer. Like you don't do that. I mean, unless you're like previously married before before you join, or if they go to officer after they were enlisted already or whatever. Like, but if you meet them as an officer and you're enlisted, it's a no-go. Like, you don't do that. So I dated this fucking lieutenant chickie in my ROTC class and kind of kept it under the rug for a bit, but and then she ended up cheating on me while I was in high school. But anyways,
What a class act.
dude, she when I was in basic, she would send me letters every single day, and I don't think I sent her a single letter back, like, because we didn't have much time to write letters, and when I had time, I was like, I'd rather write my mom, you know, because at that point, like, my mom was a big, like, I guess, rock for me, you know, like my solid platform or whatever. But it's like, you know, if I have time to write letters, I'm gonna be writing my mom.
Yeah.
So I felt fucking terrible because I didn't ever send her a letter back, and she would send me a letter every single day. But anyway, she fucking cheated on me, so fuck that bitch. Anyways,
You know which military woman is so hot? Is what's her name? Tulsi Gabbard.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Would smash.
she the chick that's all over social media right now.
She's always all over social media. She was
She ran for president
yeah,
Oh,
and
and
I
then
think
ran
you're
for
right, chick
vice
then.
president against Kamala Harris and fucking destroyed her in the debates.
oh my god, that was hilarious.
There's this young
She-
chick right now. I think she's in the army. Well, I honestly don't know. I don't know if it's like a fucking like cosplay thing. Like, she's in Humvees and shit all the time. But she's fucking hot, dude. And I think like the army uses her to fucking recruit. Like, they let her post all this shit on social media
Makes sense.
because
She's
like
hot.
these young guys are
Oh,
like,
there's hot
dude,
chicks in the
there's
army.
hot chicks here, dude. I'm gonna join.
Nah, bro, it's a sausage fest.
Yeah, it really is, dude. Yeah, I see her on.
I think, Tulsi Gabbard was a helicopter pilot.
Or she's I think she's a medic actually. Can't remember if she's in like the actual army or National Guard, but one or the other.
Well, she was like the governor of Hawaii or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a very pretty lady.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just looked her up too.
She's fucking smart as shit too.
Right? And that's why they didn't want her, is because she's smart, and smart people in politics are dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we end up with people we have now.
Yeah, they need people that can be puppets for the aliens, you know?
You know, I've been joking for a while now that I'm just going to run like an aggressive social media campaign to get people to vote for me to be president, because I'm finally of age that I can be president. And I'm like, really wouldn't be the worst case for American people. I couldn't do any worse than what we have now.
Yeah. I mean, you can actually speak
Yeah.
a full sentence.
I can walk upstairs.
Wow.
I don't shit my pants regularly.
You don't let kids brush the hair down, their leg hairs down.
Look, as long as you remove the stamp from a suppressor, I'll fucking vote for
There's
you.
a bunch of shit I would do as president. Like, I would disband the ATF altogether. Doesn't need to be there. I'm sorry. Like, you can have a small agency to regulate taxes on tobacco and alcohol. I get it, although I don't get it because taxation is theft. Let me rephrase that. Over-taxation is theft. I think everybody should pay a fair share,
Yeah.
but we shouldn't be paying income tax and sales tax and state tax and pollution tax and road tax and school tax and all these other things.
I think it should be a flat tax with no loopholes. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's like one thing I would for sure. Like, I would be assassinated like 5 days in because they're like, no, this guy's stirring the pot too much. I don't like it.
whoa, I have to pay how much in taxes? Yeah, that's not gonna fly.
Yeah. And I would also institute hanging for treason on the White House lawn.
Grow a big ass tree specifically for the
Huge,
hanging
huge tree.
Huge.
Huge.
There's just a rope hanging from it all the time.
Yeah. And we're going to start with the Clintons and just work our way right
Well,
on
you've got
down.
my vote, pal.
Where do I sign?
You
So,
sign
yeah.
on November 4th. Just write my name in the box.
All right.
Dave brought over some Ola Aloha Ogden wheat ale brewed with hibiscus. It's pretty good.
I'm not totally sure how I feel about it. I don't know if maybe because, like, I fairly recently have brushed my teeth that I'm not getting, like, the flavor profile, but it's not bad, but I'm like, maybe if I tried it later on in the day, or maybe while it was hot, it'd be a good summertime beer.
Yeah.
To me, it tastes like the way the foam blocks in like a foam pit smell. Like if you go to like a
Interesting.
trampoline park, there's like those foam pits. The way those foam blocks smell, that's what that tastes like to me.
Those foam blocks always smell like feet to me.
Yeah. Feet and fucking,
Ass.
I don't know, fucking 3-year-old hands.
3-year-old hands. Do they have a specific smell?
They just smell like
Sweat and
sweat
dirt.
and fucking cherry fucking lollipop and mom's lip gloss or something. I don't fucking know.
I had the rumblies in my tummy. I had a craving that
hands
only
and
baby
something.
hands could satisfy. I'm making a dragon out of orphan meat. Carl, that kills people. Have you seen that? Llamas with hats? It's so fucking retarded, over
there's
the
a-
top, but it's
There's
hilarious.
a large piece of your life missing right now, dude. You need to see
What
that.
is it?
It's literally these two llamas. It's like a two-dimensional cartoon, and one of them is just like a normal personality, and the other one is like a deep-rooted serial killer type. But he's very like no emotions, very blank, and he says the most out-of-pocket shit. And how did that fucking?
Are they like shorts or is it?
Yeah, they're shorts. They're
Yeah.
like 10 minutes or whatever. But Carl just says some off the wall shit, like, "Why did you burn down the orphanage?" Well, I was using the orphans because I'm making a dragon out of orphan meat. Or my tummy had the rumblies that only baby hands could satisfy. And just like all this fucked up shit. And you're like, who wrote this?
Where are his hands, Carl?
Where is hands, Carl? It's fucking good, though.
I have to check it out. What's it called?
Llamas with hats.
Llamas with hats.
Yep. They have like fucking colorful, like pointy hats, and there's like white llamas, right?
Yeah, something like
They're
that.
white.
Llamas are fucking weird, dude. So we were driving up by Jordanelle one time, and driving towards Park City on that highway right there. And I see this big fucking furry creature running across, like, through this field, and I was staring. I almost crashed because I was staring at this fucking thing because I could not figure out what the fuck it was for like probably 10 seconds until we got closer to it, and like I was like just barely passing it before I finally realized, and it had stopped running. It was a llama with just shaggy hair.
Mm-hmm.
But they're a fucking weird looking animal, man.
Yeah, they are.
They are. Apparently, they're like, I guess they're really good to have on a farm because they're really protective of
People,
their livestock and stuff. Like if you have like goats and whatever.
guard llamas.
Yeah.
Huh.
So like coyotes can come in and like try to get after the chickens or whatever, and this llama will just fucking chase down the coyote. Like they have no way of really defending themselves. Like they have no, like sharp teeth and claws or anything like that. It's just their size and their speed. They're fast as fuck and they're just derpy looking.
Yeah.
They just fucking chase after this coyote. And
Maybe
scare it
that's what the coyotes are thinking. It's like, what the fuck is that thing?
I'd
What,
fight
it's gonna
one.
fucking kill me or
fucking
fuck me?
aliens over here. They got
Them and their weird-looking cousins, the alpacas.
The alpacas, yeah.
Those are something ugly-ass animals.
I guess donkeys do the same thing though. They're really good guard animals.
Really?
They get really aggressive, and if something's trying to attack their homies, they'll just chase it down. Again, no way to defend itself, like no claws, no teeth, anything.
I'd
like
be
that.
angry
Just-
too if my nickname was Ass.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what... Because this farm... I don't know if you guys have ever seen this farm up there, but they have like... I think they have a couple camels and some zebras, and then you'll just be driving by and like, oh fuck, there's a zebra right there.
It's a oddly colored horse right there. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like right kind of on the way in between Park City and Jordanelle.
Dude, I didn't know how big fucking camels were.
They're enormous.
Like you see pictures of them, and you're like, yeah, they're probably the size of like a horse. Fuck no, dude. Things
They're
are huge.
Yeah.
I watched a video recently of like the meat from the camel's hump is like a delicacy, and they like it's super expensive even in the countries that have camels. So sometimes they'll actually kill their camel right after they reach maturity, and then they can cut out that meat and sell it and basically buy 2 new camels, which is kind of a weird exchange rate. But I was like watching them take it out. We've been raised to believe that like there's water in there.
Yeah.
It's mostly
what I
like
always
fat
thought.
meat.
Yeah, it's basically essentially mammary tissue. And so it's like boobs on their back.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice tits.
Nice.
Hot.
So would you want like a camel with 1 hump or 2 humps?
Oh, 2 for sure.
Yeah.
You can't motorboat if there's only one. Not that I've ever motorboated a camel.
You just sit right in between the humps and
Yeah.
just gallop. Go faster.
Go over the rocky terrain, please.
There's a burger place up in Ogden that does exotic meats. They have an exotic meat of the month.
The burger bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had I tried camel. I had a camel burger.
Oh, was it?
Dude, it's actually fucking tasty. It's
It's funny you mentioned you eating a burger because the last time we did a freestyle episode, we talked about the vegan burgers and the vegan hot dogs.
fuck me, man. Look, I would eat the vegan burger again. That wasn't terrible. I think it could be cooked a little bit better or whatever, seasoned, whatever. It wasn't bad. Vegan dogs though? Fuck no. Fuck no. I actually lost my appetite after eating. I kind of just wanted to vomit.
I've lost my appetite even talking about it. Fucking, I've had some pretty good vegan burgers though, like the Impossible Burgers from like Burger King.
Yeah.
They're not too bad.
Not too bad.
But what is it? Village Inn. They have a pretty good vegan burger. I used to get that. You know, I want to get the double cheeseburger, but let's make it a little less calories, so make it vegan burger, but throw some bacon on that shit.
Yeah, because I thought about those vegan burgers that we tried, and I was like, yeah, if I was going to cook those, I would definitely like flame broil them.
Yeah.
And then put a lid over it so you really get it nice and cooked all the way through so the consistency's not an issue. And then I would slap a fucking egg, bacon, and cheese on top. And defeat the whole purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I've had some that are... Even there was one that was like a... I think they're called Boca Burgers. But they're like black bean based.
Oh, those are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to be really gassy after you eat it, but it's delicious.
I'm pretty gassy after I eat a regular burger, so it doesn't really matter.
Same.
Yeah. I can't even explain the taste that these vegan dogs had. It was like... I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to like imitate a hot dog, you know? I wouldn't feed this thing to my fucking dog. Like, it was terrible.
And Scott's over there wolfing them down.
Oh, these are good, man. Like, no, the fuck they're not. I'm sorry. They're... Oh, my hell. Led me astray, buddy.
Like, they'd be good if that's what they were serving in, an Iraqi prison or something like that. They'd probably be pretty delicious.
Maybe. I even covered this bitch with fucking ketchup and mustard and relish to, like, mask the taste. That thing was so...
we got a call.
Hello? Oh, they hung up. Oh, no. Hello?
I'm calling you from Protect Shore Medicare. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
I'm reaching out to you as this is the annual enrollment period 2024, and you can qualify for increased grocery coverage, flex card, and increased cashback up to $174. I believe you have active Medicare Part A and B, right?
Sure.
Perfect. I'm going to connect you to my senior supervisor, who will
Senior.
assist you further to get maximum coverage options. So stay with me. Hello.
Hello?
Thank you for holding on. This is Christopher from Medicare East on a recorded line. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Is it true you can get $174 for groceries?
How old are you?
83?
83?
How old are you?
What's your date of birth? You don't sound like 83.
Neither do you.
Sir?
You don't sound like you're from Medicare either.
You don't sound like you are 83. Don't worry about that. I'm from Medicare.
You're from Medicare E. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah.
What's your name?
Peter.
I thought you said your name was Chris.
Sorry?
I thought you said your name was Chris.
My name is...
Are you lying, Peter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye, man.
Good luck.
Oh my god. I was trying so hard not to laugh out loud when he was like, hello?
Hello. Oh, got one.
I swear he said his name was Chris.
It wasn't Peter. He didn't say Peter at first.
That was fucking great.
When he said hello, I fucking lost it, dude. I was trying so hard to hold it together.
Oh my
I'm
god.
fucking
Yeah.
crying right now, dude.
Literally, like 10 times a day I talk to these people. Maybe that's the problem. I keep answering.
You know what though? It made for a good segment right there. I don't know if people listening will laugh at that, but that was fucking hilarious to me.
Oh, that was awesome.
Hopefully people can relate to that. I'm sure everybody gets those stupid scam calls. Hopefully that I'm not the only one.
Surprised they don't tell their buddies, like, do not fucking call this number. This guy fucks with you.
He's
Just
gonna waste your fucking time.
gonna waste your time. Take him off the list.
Oh man, I don't
That
think
was-
they're that smart.
Me neither.
You don't sound 83.
Unfortunately,
Just
it's
assuming
like.
age.
Did you just assume my age?
So we went to my
God.
brother's house yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, Sunday. And just like popped by and just we're kind of hanging out, and then they're like, "Oh, what are you guys doing for dinner?" No plans. My sister-in-law was like, "Oh, we should go to the Indian place right up here," and I was like, I kind of fucking hate Indians right now. I don't really fuck with India right now. I'm not gonna support their fucking businesses. I even stopped going to 7-Eleven.
To credit though, there's a 7-Eleven. Every time I come here, I end up stopping there. And the two guys who run it are Middle Eastern of some sort. But one of them is like the sincerest, nicest guy.
Yeah.
And he's really cool. The other one, fucking twat.
I'm lying. I stop at that 7-Eleven like down in Magna like every day when I go to work. But there is one guy. I think he might be one of the owners, but he's kind of a younger guy and he's super nice. I don't know if he's Indian or Pakistani, but like he's one of those two. But super nice guy, and I do go there like every day. So I'm just joking. I'm not really racist yet.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I used to live by this quick stop, and the same guy, every time I went in there, worked there, and every single time he was on the phone with somebody. No matter what time of day it was, didn't fucking matter. He was on the phone with somebody. I was like, dude, you can't be this fucking popular. Like, who the fuck wants to sit here and talk to you your entire shift for hours? Like, he doesn't interact with the customers.
Maybe he was
doesn't.
talking to Ruben.
I for the life of me can't wrap my mind around people who work with us, and it's like 2 or 3 in the morning, and they got their earbud in, and they're on the phone with somebody. Like, for one, who the fuck is awake right now that's not working?
Yeah.
I would give you credence if they're up playing video games, or maybe they're working another job, but it's like, who the fuck are you talking to at this time of night?
Yeah.
Furthermore, you've been on the phone for like an hour.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to anybody on the phone for an hour.
I don't want to talk to anybody on the phone, period. Like, that was the longest conversation I've had on the phone for weeks.
When I see people like texting and stuff, 2, 3 in the morning, it's like same thing as the phone call. Like, who the fuck is awake right now? That's
Yeah.
I'd rather be sleeping, dude.
Yeah, or, if I'm on break, like, I don't want to be talking to anybody. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife will, like, text me at, like, 11 o'clock and saying she's going to bed or whatever, and then... Yeah, okay, cool.
Thanks for
Good
letting me
night.
know.
Love you. See you in the morning if you're there.
I would text my wife at nighttime when she was deployed because
Time
it was her.
difference.
Yeah, it was her daytime over there.
Yeah, that's
but,
fair.
Yeah, for like normal people though, who the fuck are you talking to that early in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah. People who don't have jobs, so they can
Apparently.
just sleep whenever they want.
Even, like, on day shifts, we come in at, like, 7 o'clock in the morning and somebody's, like, having a full-on conversation on the phone, like, who the fuck are you talking to?
There's that little part of you that's curious
Yeah.
who you're talking to, and the other part of you is like, are you a psycho?
And, like, the conversations they're having, just, like, you're talking about that kind of shit at 7 o'clock in the morning, like, you guys
I'm
have
not
too
even
much shit
fucking
going
awake
on,
yet, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Fucking sit down, drink an energy drink, and be miserable like the rest of us. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you piece of shit. Having a social life and shit. You fuck.
wonder what that's like.
Well, we're doing it. We're doing it right here.
Yeah.
This is
Yes,
our-
yeah.
This is a social life.
But it's also not, 2 in the morning.
I mean, we could do it at 2 in the morning.
could.
That sounds horrible.
As long as we're all like on the same page, that's different.
Yeah.
But having a phone call with somebody that's not at work with you at 2 in the morning, you're on some sort of fucking drugs, dude.
Yeah, if somebody calls me and if they're at work at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm just going to be like, I'm going to let you go. If you have shit to do.
Aren't you like-
P.S. Fuck off. Don't call me at 2 in the morning again.
Next time you want to call me at 2 in the morning, just don't.
Yeah.
Rethink your life decisions, alright?
Next time you're thinking about calling me in a non-emergency setting, also don't.
Yeah.
Fish, did you just come out and take a big old fat shit over there? He's so weird, like, as soon as anybody comes downstairs, he'll come downstairs and fucking drop a fucking hot one, dude.
Marcus territory, dude.
Spencer, I think you should tell us a got junk story. We haven't heard one in a while.
Oh, okay.
So let's see, we talked about the claw hands.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you divulged one of the dildo stories. One of. I think it was the double-sided one. I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, where you like picked it up with a shovel and winged it at this dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we talked about the guy that was living in the
Storage unit.
storage unit.
Yeah. So I think those are the three you've told on here. I think we need another one.
Maybe we'll come back to that. I have to fucking rehash my memory of all the fucking dumb shit that we did in. I'll tell you this one. We got.
I'm gonna come back. No, never mind. I got one right now.
This one's about me personally. We go to this house, and it's like way in the middle of nowhere up in Park City, and it's wintertime. And the people are gonna meet us there because they're not there yet. They went somewhere and they're not there yet. And so I was like, okay, well, I gotta fucking piss, man. I gotta go take a piss. Their house is locked. We're in the middle of nowhere. So like, I'll just go around the back, take a piss. So I have like a parka on. It's wintertime. So I go over there and I'm like taking a piss in their backyard, and all of a sudden I see their car pulling up. I was like, fuck, man. Real professional, like taking a piss in their backyard over there. So I like try to hurry up, and I'm watching to see if they're coming around so I'm not paying attention to what's going on. So I walk around to the front, start talking to the guy, and like have him show us all of his shit that he has, and the guy that I'm with is just fucking laughing the whole time. And I was like, what the fuck is he laughing at? And then finally we get done, and so like, okay, we know where all the shit's at. It's in the garage, and right inside the door right here we can get it loaded pretty quick. So I take off my jacket, throw it in the truck, and start working. As I'm working, I look down and I'm just like fucking soaked. My pants are fucking soaked. Down the front of my pants. So I guess like as I was taking a piss, my coat was just hanging down there and just blocking it. So I'm pissing like all over my own pants. I go back out there and talk to the guy, and it fucking obviously fucking piss all over my pants, front of my pants.
Uh-oh. We got another one.
Fuck. Hello?
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 Hi, this is Sophia calling from Legal Helping Network. How's your day going?
Legal Helping Network. Good.
Oh, that was a dud.
Legal
But
Helping Network.
I'm gonna note that we've been on for 49 minutes, and that's the third call you've gotten.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude.
I don't get him anymore. If I did, I'd probably just answer him and do the same that he does and just talk mad shit.
Yeah.
Be like, you sound hot, but it's a dude. Really make him uncomfortable.
I get like maybe 1 or 2 a month.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I just
Yeah.
need to get one of those robo blocker ad things. Apps. But yeah, I talked to that guy did his old job with fucking piss pants. So that was entertaining for the guy that I was with.
That's awesome.
He's like, what the fuck did you do? I was like, Oh, apparently I fucking missed the house.
I did something similar at work once. Went to the urinal and, started handling business, and I got a text, so I'm like typing back the text and returning while I'm taking a piss. And it was a urinal that was a little bit higher, so it was going right into the bottom of the bowl and reflecting back on my cubbies. And I was like, oh, fuck. Good thing we were like in the building closest to the change house, so I just ran out and changed real quick. Yeah, that was embarrassing.
Yeah.
And just stupid.
Yeah.
You're just like, that text couldn't have waited. Now I'm just like covered in piss.
It happens.
Now I have to go out there and explain to my whole team that I just pissed on my pants.
I didn't say shit. I just went over there, changed, and came back.
I think it would build morale.
It would be.
Funny story,
Well, I think it depends on who you tell, because some
Yeah.
people are just going to be like brutal about it and just give you shit, and then people like us are just going to be like, that's hilarious, and then probably never mention it again.
Yeah. It's gonna be that one guy that's like, dude, remember that fucking time 5 years ago? You pissed on yourself?
Or like every time you see him, he's like, what's up, pee pants?
Yeah.
Or something fucking stupid, and you're just like, alright, I told you that as a joke, and you're just being a prick.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
You guys can call me pee-pee pants if you want. I don't care.
I have a pee-pee in my pants. Does that count?
As long as I'm not a fucking pee-pee toucher. You guys get that one from T all the time now?
That is definitely a mainstay in his vernacular, is pee-pee toucher.
Oh, I fucking love it. It's funny.
He makes me laugh because he'll say all the most racist fucking shit you could think of, and then be like, I'm not fucking racist. Like, I don't know, dude.
It sounds like you are.
Math isn't mathing, alright?
And I've given him shit about it a couple times, and it is funny when he like does his tangents about it, but then sometimes you're like, are you though?
I think that, I don't know. I think that people are not so much racist, they just don't like people for certain things, like, I don't know.
I think we tend to throw around racist words or names like racist, what do you call it? Yeah, that word that I suddenly can't get a hold of. Like, you'll say those words completely in jest, like where it's just, you're saying it to be funny, but you also have to know your audience.
Yeah.
And I think that's where like racism really gets blurred, because you could go and like Ty is our friend, and he's black, but Ty makes fun of black people more than anybody.
Yeah.
But you could go tell him a racist joke and he laughs because he knows you're not racist. I think intrinsically people know, like, are you or are you not? But there's a difference when you go to your black friend and you call him the N-word with a hard R at the end, and they go, that's not okay.
Yeah.
No, I can say the N-word because I have a racist friend.
It's like that Dane Cook bit. I could say that. I have a black president.
Yeah. Yeah, that's... race is such a touchy thing to talk about. Some people are so... like, that's their whole identity, and it's like, dude, get over it. If you really are against racism, you'll stop fucking caring about it.
Yeah, just with everything. The more power you give it, the more power it has.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying, black folks out there should just accept that people use that word against them. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is when somebody uses it against you, you give it power, it has power.
Yeah.
And the same thing with people who are racist. Like, you're giving that power over you because you don't like somebody because they look different than you or they have a different culture. And that's so fucking dumb to me.
Yeah. I think that, most people... Granted, there are people that are just fucking racist, for sure.
Yeah, I lived in Missouri for a while. There's a lot of them.
Most of the time, they'll let you know that up front. But... where was I going with that? Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to give you like a prime example of a real racist. So my ex-mother-in-law I'm not sure if she's from here or from Georgia. I can't remember. It's irrelevant. Very clearly racist. And we were talking about, she was over visiting one time, and we were talking about actors we really like, and I was like, I think Denzel is fucking amazing. Everything he's in. He could play a tree, and I would pay to see it. She's like, I just don't like him. I'm like, what don't you like? Like, is there like a specific movie you don't like? She's like, no, I just don't like him. And in my mind, all I could think of is like imagining her screaming, he's a nit. That's all I could think of, was her just like shouting that in her internal monologue, but not being willing to say it.
Yeah.
And it was just hilarious.
Oh, so what I was talking about was like, most people aren't inherently like racist. They're just ignorant. They just don't understand different cultures, and not that they hate it, they just don't know about it, and so like things that they do might come off as like disrespectful to another culture, but they just don't know. And
I think that's a pretty fair assessment.
What people's problems, and so like somebody sees that and says, oh, that person's racist. No, they're not. They just don't know. They just haven't been educated.
They're just stupid.
Yeah, they just don't know. Yeah, been sheltered or something. But I don't know. I lived in Florida for a number of years, and all the other cultures that are down there, like Puerto Ricans, are super racist against black people and white people, and they only want to deal with, each other. And some of the black folks down there are super racist against other races, and it's like, well, I'm racist because they're racist. Well, that doesn't solve anything.
No. Math does not check out on that one. You know who the most racist people are though, is Asians.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, they are massively racist.
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny, too, because in my experience, like, I've not encountered racism from an Asian person, but they will not hold back on anybody else, and they are terrible about it. Because they don't like, veil anything. They use, like, straight racist terms to their faces.
Yeah. Preston hasn't worked with Fred enough.
Oh my god!
Actually, I've never worked with Fred.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're in for a treat one day.
I've heard a lot about him.
Fred's Vietnamese, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Vietnamese. Super fucking racist.
Yeah.
So when me and Spencer were on 11 and 12, that's when Ty was off of probation, and he started working in that building, because that was the building he was assigned. And he was still new, didn't know a whole lot, like, didn't have, like, the knowledge to have good time management and take-ups at the time, which is what happens, And, like, Fred comes out, and he starts screaming, and he's throwing the N-word around, like he's handing out dollar bills. And he's talking directly to Ty, like, you fucking suck, you fucking, And my very first thought was, Fred's gonna die today. Oh, yeah. Because I don't think I'm going to stop this one from happening. He kind of needs to learn a lesson.
Yeah.
And, like, he did his whole thing, and Ty didn't say shit. And I went up to Ty later on that day, and I was like, hey, man, are you okay? Like, I know he said some fucked up shit and whatever. He's like, man, fuck him. I don't care. What's he going to do?
Yeah.
He's going to have harmful words that don't really hurt me. And then I'm just going to know that he's a piece of shit. And I was like, man, that's a really cool perspective.
Let's get on Ty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Fred also is just really fucking... He just says shit. He gets emotional and he just says shit to try to hurt people's feelings or something. I don't know what it is about, like...
But he's also, like, emotionally and developmentally still kind of a child.
Yeah.
And so I think it's like when a kid learns a curse word and they throw it out every chance they get, not knowing how to use it in context. I think that's Fred.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like... We were on break and the rap alarm went off. And so I got up and started going out there. And so I was like the first one to get up and start going. And then, like, about the inner furnace, it was on 11. He, like, comes up and we're, like, walking right next to each other. And he's like, man, you move pretty fast for a big fat guy. And I was like... Yeah, I heard you got a really small penis for an Asian guy.
Dude, I remember one time you and I were on 12 and we had to go help them break out their LT rake. And you're like breaking it out and I'm pulling tension for you on the back. And Fred starts running his mouth and you fucking let him have it. Like he didn't have shit to say after that. And I was like, this was hilarious. Well, and especially because you never see Spencer get mad about hardly anything. But when he does, you're like, oh, I'm just going to stay back here. What happens, happens.
I'll let him have this one.
Yeah, those guys, Stitch and fucking Pat, call me the monster down there on 6 and 7. Like, fucking don't say anything to the monster.
Why do they call you the monster?
Well, initially it was like, so it was like the juicer. I was the juice. And,
Because you murdered your wife?
yeah. No, it was because, like, we were talking one day and, like, oh, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know. Gotta go home and give the old lady some juice, though.
Oh, makes sense.
So they're like, so Pat started calling me the juicer. And then turned into the juice monster. And then now it's just the monster because I rage. Every now and again.
Sometimes you have to
Yeah,
establish dominance.
yeah.
Gotta let it out.
I'm not allowed to. Have to be professional.
Yeah, that's the lot in life that you have to take as a lead, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's times I encounter moments where I'm like, I'm just gonna let him have it. I'm gonna show him why they used to call me Dave Wick. And then I go, no, I can't fucking do it. And then I take the high road, and I'm like, I'm glad I did that, but I really wanted to.
Yeah. I think sometimes, though, it's not necessarily a bad thing to not, like, blow up on somebody, but, like, be stern with somebody. Because sometimes, like, you can't just talk to somebody, like, in a calm voice, like, hey, man, you messed this up. This is how we can do it better next time. Like, if sometimes they need that stern talking to for it to actually click before they hurt themselves or somebody else, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily, like, makes you a bad guy.
No, and I've had a few moments where I've had to do that. Not with anybody on my team, but overtimers especially.
Yeah.
Or people who like to challenge your authority
Yeah.
for no reason. And like there was a guy, he was on overtime on 16, and you know, we ran breaks, the same breaks on both lines, and it was old Todd Rosenhan. I'll say his name, fuck that guy. But like the way our DOFs lined up and the amount of time we had before, between, and after DOF was kind of wonky, so I came up with something weird, and it was going to work, and it was going to be even. And he chose to be the floater on 16 that day, so, you know, I told Cody, this is what I'm thinking, and he's like, yeah, that works, you know. So we go and do it, and I'm helping relieve the ovens on 15, and he's helping relieve the ovens on 16, and he comes up, why the fuck aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing this? And I was like, look, man, this is what we're doing. If you don't like it, you've got two options. You can A, shut the fuck up, or B, you can go home sick. This is how the train's going. And he got all pouty and he got pissy and walked away, and he went to complain to Cody, and Cody's like, yeah, he's right. That's what's happening. Get on board or get off board. And I felt like I really had to contain myself because I already don't like fucking Todd. He's a twat. And I really wanted to just say every mean thing I could think of, not even caring if he went and slit his wrist afterward because I was so harsh to him, but I was like, I'm going to keep it right at this level.
Yeah. Old Stewart wasn't so nice.
Dude, he's a fucking savage.
I think Stewart told him he should probably kill himself because nobody likes him.
Stewart is fucking... He's gruff, dude.
Yeah.
He makes me look like a bitch.
You worked here this long and you haven't realized that nobody fucking likes you? He's funny.
Dude, he's hilarious. Yeah, I miss hanging out with that guy.
Yeah. You ever see... yeah. He's the floater on B shift now, I guess.
Yeah, I'll see him here and there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's. It was funny always watching him come in, and the exchange with him and Stitch every day. I miss that. Because him and Stitch worked together for how many years before layoffs?
Oh yeah, a lot.
Yeah. And so he would always have something to say to Stitch. It just fucking gave me the tinglies in my belly, dude.
That only Brian Stewart insults could satisfy.
Yeah.
Preston, what have you been doing over Long Change?
I went to Bear Lake over the weekend.
No?
Yeah. Couldn't really do anything that we planned on doing.
Mm.
Nothing is open until after Memorial Day.
Really?
So we had these plans to go to this like go-kart track, and there's like an obstacle course thing out there, and there's like this bike rental place thing we were going to go to, and none of it's open. None of the restaurants are open. There was like a single gas station. And so we basically, and it was cold and windy the whole time.
Mm.
I planned on fishing a little bit. Planned
Yeah,
on
should've went down to
going out
Huntville.
on the kayak, and nope, it was,
Hmm.
we just stayed inside and played card games and ping pong, and
Have you ever been to that hot springs down there in Huntingville?
no.
Crystal Hot Springs. It's like,
Oh, is that? Yeah.
it's about 40 minutes away from Bear Lake.
Yeah, I've been to Chris Ross. I didn't know
Yeah.
that was in. Yeah, I've been to Chris Ross.
It's just past Logan. So maybe it's 45 minutes or so.
Yeah, I think it's kind of close to Brigham City, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to go there when I was in Scouts. We'd do winter campouts there.
Oh, yeah.
We'd camp out in the wintertime and freeze our balls off in the tents. I would share a tent with my brother, and we'd fucking cuddle to stay warm. It was. But then, like, you know, you get in the hot springs and it would be snowing, so half your body's out of the water, half of it's in. So, like, half your body's super hot, the other half's freezing.
Yeah.
It's really weird, really weird combination.
I
But
love that combo.
yeah, we'd get out of the hot springs and roll around in the snow and then jump back in.
Yeah.
Probably really fucking bad for your body.
It's actually really
To, like,
good.
It
is
is.
it?
Yeah.
That's why people do like cold plunges now.
Yeah.
But
Because-
to like do a cold plunge and then do it like get into something hot.
Yeah.
yeah, it
so
shocks
it's
your
like-
system.
Oh, okay, so that's okay.
It's really good for your immune response system, like for all of your like fat burning and like boosts your immune system so that you can deal with the hot and the cold changing back and forth. Yeah, it's supposed to be really good. What have you been doing? You look like you've been out in the sun.
Oh, I took the girls to the park the other day, and yeah, I got a little toasty. Although I was just sitting there doing nothing, which was not cool. Like, it's different when you get a sunburn when you're outside having fun, but when you're just sitting in a park.
What
Yeah.
park did you go to?
The Magna Regional Park.
Oh,
So it's like, so I live in West Valley, just off of 7200 West, but on the opposite side of that street is Magna. So it's literally on the opposite side of the street, just like 2 blocks south. It's actually a really cool park. That's where I want to do taser tag.
what south do you live on?
It's 36.
Oh, so you just live right down there, right down the road, huh? From
Yeah,
work.
pretty
I thought
much.
you were farther down, like 30th south or something, or I guess
No.
30th westish.
If I hit no red lights, I
Maybe
can,
I'm just thinking of your old house, your
Yeah.
old neighborhood.
Yeah, if I hit no red lights and there's no traffic on the way to work, I can be there in about 8 minutes.
Nice.
But I still always leave early, and I get there early, but that's just me.
Must be nice.
Yeah, I used to show up at 6:30 every day. I very quickly found out that was a huge waste of my time. I'd go sit in a fucking break room for an hour. Just
It's different, you know, when other people show up early, so you have
Yeah.
people to hang out with, but when you show up at 6:30 or 6:35 and there's just like dead in there,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, this is dumb.
could have been doing something else at home, you know.
Did you watch the roast of Tom Brady?
I didn't.
Dude,
Holy shit.
that shit was fucking gold. Highly recommend.
So it's so varied. Like, you've watched Comedy Central roast before, right?
Yeah.
So, like, you know how it's just like banger joke after banger joke, and it's just nonstop laughing. This one was so all over the place that it was like, what the fuck am I watching? Because you would get like Kevin Hart and what's his name, Jeff Ross would kind of have like back and forth for a minute, and then you would get like the really good comedians to come on, like Nikki Glazer or Tony Hinchcliffe, or these people that just come out and just absolutely fucking torch Tom Brady and everybody else.
Savage.
And then you get like Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer together, and they do like this weird slideshow,
Yeah.
and it's really not that good, which is strange because those two guys are hilarious.
Yeah.
I was actually really excited for them, and then they did a slideshow comparing him to like
Hitler?
serial killers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Ted Bundy.
And Ted Bundy and fucking I can't think of any other names, but that one was kind of a letdown for me. I'm usually a big fan of Bert,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I didn't watch it. Like, I like to watch those roasts, but I didn't watch it just because I haven't followed football in a long time. And
You know, I don't either, but I know how much I love roasts and how
Yeah.
fucking hilarious they are, so I was like, I'm going to give it a shot. And there was a few jokes that went way over my head because I don't know football.
yeah.
But there were some other football related jokes that I did understand that I was like, holy shit. Like, what was that one? Tom Brady has 8 rings. Aaron Rodgers only had 1. Because Aaron Rodgers hung himself.
oh,
I was like, holy shit. Then fucking out of nowhere, Ben Affleck comes up to do part of the roast. And his whole thing was like unhinged, unbridled bullshit. Like, nothing had anything to do with anything. And he was just like spouting words and talking nonsense, and like it was so weird because he went on this tangent about internet trolls, and clearly it's him talking about the internet trolls that have talked shit about him for years,
Yeah.
especially after him being cast as Batman and all that. And the whole thing, you're going like, how fucking drunk is he right now? It's just like, where did that come from? And then one other comedian, I can't think of his name, he was like sitting in the crowd, and they like went out and gave him the microphone, and he got up and he just started like torching everybody, and it was hilarious. Yeah, no, you should definitely watch it.
Yeah. I was hesitant on it because I don't watch football at all.
yeah.
It's like, yeah, I couldn't really fucking care less to see this one, but we started watching it at work. I haven't cried that hard in a long time. It was
I haven't cried
It was
that hard
awesome.
since grade school.
awesome.
I haven't cried that hard since my first year of Scouts.
I like roasts. Like, I watch Kill Tony. Have you watched that?
Uh-huh.
With Tony Hinchcliffe?
Yeah.
Yeah, but all those guys, Hinchcliffe and Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura and what's that one? He's like a Greek guy. He's like a big fat guy. Has a weird name. It's not weird. It's Greek. But
Same thing. Fucking racist.
he's a comedian, but he's fucking hilarious. And a lot of his stuff on YouTube is like crowd work.
Is he the guy? He's like balding.
Has maybe a beard and mustache.
Yeah,
He looks like a
he wears like tracksuits.
Yeah.
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 He's fucking good.
Stavros.
Yeah, that's it. Something like that.
Yeah.
No, he's fucking good.
Yeah.
When I went and saw Bert Kreischer, he was one of the opening acts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Dude, the best fucking line from the Tom Brady roast was Nikki Glazer, because like she would go back and forth between roasting points and saying how hot Tom Brady is, and then like the last joke she said was, she's like, I've been with my boyfriend for 10 years. He's the love of my life, and I adore him so much. He's sitting right over there. But I would shoot him in the fucking face for a lottery ticket to be able to suck Tom Brady's dick. Like, holy shit, dude. You dug deep on that one.
Yeah. That's
How do you
hot.
go home after that, dude? Your boyfriend's gonna be like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fucking. If you ever seen any of her stand-up stuff, she's fucking.
She's awesome.
She's
fucking savage.
hilarious, and she's a fucking savage, and she's a fucking dirty motherfucker.
She's actually got a show coming up here in Salt Lake.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, Yeg sent me the info the other day. It's like $64 a ticket.
Bet.
And I think we're off that day.
Fuck yeah, we're going.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
I'm all in. I think she's hilarious.
Yeah.
And I know it's super, super misogynistic to say, but like, there's a lot of female comedians that just, they're not funny. And so it's really hard for a female comedian to make it in that business just because there's so many unfunny ones. But she's like one of the best, but amongst all comedians, not just female.
Yeah. And I kind of wonder, because Kara will watch like all these female comedians, and she'll laugh at the jokes, and I'm just like,
Cringe.
is that funny? But I don't know, maybe it's like funny to women because they identify with it more, I guess.
I try to assume that. Like, that's why I'm not getting a lot of the jokes, because I can't maybe have that perspective
Yeah.
or identify. And then some of them, like, what's that one? Hannah. Fuck, what's her name? She's like transgender, super pro-feminist. I can't think of her name. She is atrociously bad. I'm like, how the fuck do you have a career?
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I'm gonna take a piss.
Hannah Gatsby was her name, the comedian.
I guess.
Yeah, she's terrible.
I have to see what she looks like. Sorry, I'm just gonna look her up real
She
quick.
looks exactly the way I described her.
Hannah Gatsby. Great Gatsby.
Gatsby with a D. G-A-D.
So I think that I probably know. Oh, yeah, never seen her.
Yeah, she's...
Him.
I've tried to watch like 2 of her specials, and if somebody put a gun to my head and was like, look, you can either watch this Hannah Gatsby special or get a root canal, I'd probably pick the root canal.
The root canals aren't bad.
Yeah, especially when you have a dentist that has like the TVs up above
Yeah.
with Netflix on, and you can watch literally anything besides Hannah Gatsby. It's perfect.
Joke's on you. All we play is Hannah Gatsby.
No! Just kill me. Just kill me.
Just pull the tooth, no Novocaine.
Yeah. Don't even patch it up afterward.
Yeah.
Just put that drill up a little bit higher into my fucking brain, please.
Right into my ocular cavity, directly into my brainstem.
Fuck, that'd be a way to go.
Ugh, miserable. So yeah, I think we'll close out that one. It was nice fun little freestyle conversations. I actually kind of like these a little bit more than topics sometimes. I still love doing the topics, but once in a while it's fun to just be like, yeah, I'm not going to prepare for shit.
Yeah.
Especially when you have other episodes lined up where you actually have to prepare and do research, and then you're like, yeah, no, I just want to go in and get my voice warmed up with this one.
Yeah.
And I'm still laughing about bathroom sandwiches.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have to listen to that last one.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Love you. Bye-bye.